Hello and welcome to Algebra 1 Test Section 1 on solving quadratic equations using the quadratic formula. All right, so we want to solve each equation using the quadratic formula, and we're going to look at 2x squared plus 11x plus 12 equals 0. Now again, we want to start out by having our equation in standard form, and in this particular case it already is, right? This is matching ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. Where a, in this case, is going to be 2. It's the coefficient for x squared. B, in this case, is going to be 11. Right? It's going to be the coefficient for x to the first power. And c is going to be 12. Right? That's your constant. Now, we're going to plug these values into the quadratic formula, which hopefully at this point you've memorized. If you haven't, I'm just going to give it to you. It's negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac. And this is all over 2a. So we'd have x is equal to this. So x equals, for b I have 11. So I'd have negative 11 plus or minus the square root of, if I squared 11, I'd get 121. So minus, we have 4 times a times c. A is 2, c is 12. 2 times 12 is 24. 24 times 4 is 96. So then this is over. 2 times a, again, a is 2, so 2 times 2 is 4. All right, so inside the square root symbol, 121 minus 96 is 25. The square root of 25 is 5. So I would have x is equal to negative 11 plus or minus 5 over 4. So we know this is going to be two different scenarios. We basically have x is equal to negative 11 plus 5 over 4, or x is equal to negative 11 minus 5 over 4. So we'll have x is equal to negative 11 plus 5 is negative 6. So you'd have negative 6 over 4. And I can cancel a common factor of 2 between numerator and denominator. So this would be negative 3/2. Over here, negative 11 minus 5 is negative 16. So you'd have negative 16 over 4, which is just negative 4. Let's put negative 4. So x equals negative 3/2, or x equals negative 4. Hello and welcome to Algebra 1 Test Section 2 on solving quadratic equations using the quadratic formula. All right, so we want to solve each equation using the quadratic formula. We're going to look at 6n squared minus 10n plus 7 equals 0. So this equation is already in standard form for us. It matches this format. We have ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. And everything is lined up. So I know a is the coefficient for the variable that I have that's squared. So that's 6 in this case. B is the coefficient for the variable that's raised to the first power. So here that's negative 10. And then c is my constant term. And here that's going to be 7. So once I have these values, I just plug into the quadratic formula. So hopefully you know the quadratic formula at this point. If you don't, I'm going to give it to you. But again, I suggest writing this on a flashcard, using it for each problem, and then after so many problems, you're going to have this thing memorized. So it is, in this case, our variable is n, so I'll put n is equal to negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac, and this whole thing is over 2a. So if I plug into this, I'll have n is equal to negative of negative 10 is positive 10, then plus or minus the square root of, if I square b is negative 10 squared is 100, then minus 4 times a is 6 times c is 7. Okay, then this whole thing is over 2a, and a is 6, so 2 times 6 is 12. All right, so let's do the multiplication here. 4 times 6 is 24. 24 times 7 is 168. So you'd have n is equal to 10 plus or minus the square root of, what's 100 minus 168? Well, that's negative 68. And then this is over 12. Do you see a problem? Well, you know that I can't take the square root of a negative number with the real number system. We can do it by using the complex number system, but we haven't gotten to that yet. That's something we're going to do in Algebra 2. So when we see this, we know that this is not a real number And so this problem has no real solution. So I'm just going to put no real solution. And later on in math, we're going to learn how to deal with this situation, so we will be able to get an answer. But for right now, if you're in this section, you want to just put no real solution. Hello and welcome to Algebra 1 Test Section 3 on solving quadratic equations using the quadratic formula. All right, so we want to solve each equation using the quadratic formula. We're going to look at negative 10x squared plus 6 equals 0. So some of you might say, where's the rest of the equation? Well, this is still a quadratic equation. When we have a quadratic equation, we have to have a squared variable, and we can have no variable that has an exponent higher than 2. Basically, the only restriction is that the coefficient on the squared variable is not 0. So this guy right here cannot be 0. But anything else can be 0. Doesn't matter. So when I set this up, and let me just erase this real quick, in standard form, I could say ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. If I rewrote this, I could put negative 10x squared plus 0x plus 6 equals 0. 0 times x is 0, and so I still have negative 10x squared plus 6. But I do this so that I can match things up. Negative 10 is a, 0 is b, 6 is c, and that's going to allow me to plug into the quadratic formula. Let me scroll down a little bit. In our quadratic formula, we'll have x is equal to negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac. This is all over 2a. So we'll have x is equal to, if I plug in for b, I've got a 0, so negative 0 is just 0. So you don't have to even put anything. You just put plus or minus the square root of b squared. So 0 squared would be 0. So then just minus 4 times a is negative 10, times c, which is 6. Then this is over. 2 times a, again, a is negative 10, so negative 20. All right, so we know we have a negative times a negative, that's positive. Then I would do 4 times 6, that's 24. And then 24 times 10, that's 240. So I would have the square root of 240 over negative 20. Now, 240 is not a perfect square, but I know that factors of 240 would be a perfect square. So let's think about what we can do here. 240, I know it's divisible by 10 because I just did multiplication. So let's do 24 times 10. 24, let's do 4 times 6. 6 is 3 times 2. 4 is 2 times 2. 10 is 5 times 2. So what I can see here is I have what? I have 1, 2, 3, 4 factors of 2, or 16, times 3 times 5, 16 times 15. So if the square root of 16 is 4, I can place that outside. So let's write this over here as x is equal to plus or minus 4 times the square root of 15, that's what would be left inside, over negative 20. So this is two different solutions. You'd have x is equal to 4 times the square root of 15 over negative 20. And of course, I can do some simplification here. I can cancel this with this and have a negative 5 here. So this would be square root of 15 over negative 5, or I can put the negative up front and put negative square root of 15 over 5, or put the negative right here and put negative square root of 15 over 5. Doesn't matter how you write it. And the other one, we'll put or, we'll have x is equal to, in this case, it'll be negative 4 times square root of 15 over negative 20. And we know that in this case, the negatives would cancel. I can cancel this 4 with this 20 and get 5. So I'd have square root of 15 over 5. Hello and welcome to Algebra 1 Test Section 4 on solving quadratic equations using the quadratic formula. All right, so we want to solve each equation using the quadratic formula. All right, so let's take a look at 7x squared is equal to negative 11 plus 10x plus 5x squared. So let me subtract 5x squared away from each side of the equation. That would give me 2x squared, and this would cancel. Let me subtract 10x away from each side of the equation. That would cancel, and I'd have minus 10x over here. And let me add 11 to both sides of the equation. So that would cancel, so this side would be 0. And then over here I'd have plus 11 equals 0. So now this is in standard form. So we have 2x squared minus 10x plus 11 equals 0. So again, this is A, this is B. It's the whole thing. It's the negative and the 10. And then this is C. So we take these and we plug them into the quadratic formula. So the quadratic formula, again, is negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. And our variable in this case is x, so I'll put x is equal to this. Let me scroll down a little bit, and we're just going to plug in. So we're going to have x is equal to, b is negative 10. So the negative of negative 10 is 10, plus or minus the square root of, if I square negative 10, I'd get 100, minus 4 times, for a I have 2, for c I have 11. 2 times 11 is 22. 4 times 22 is 88. 100 minus 88 is 12. This would be the square root of 12 here. And then this is all over 2a. Again, a is 2. 2 times 2 is 4. Let me scroll down and get some room going. So what I have here is x is equal to 10 plus or minus. 12 is not a perfect square, but I know 12 is 4 times 3, and 4 is a perfect square. So the square root of 4 is 2. So I can write plus or minus 2 times the square root of 3 over 4. Now, I'm not done because I can simplify this further. I can factor out a 2, and inside this would be a 5 plus or minus, and then I've factored out this 2, so I can put a 1 times square root of 3 or just put square root of 3, doesn't matter. And then this is over. I'll put 4 as 2 times 2. And I can cancel this 2 with this 2. And so I'm going to write x is equal to 5 plus or minus the square root of 3 over 2. So of course that would be two solutions, 5 plus the square root of 3 over 2, and then 5 minus the square root of 3 over 2. Hello and welcome to Algebra 1 Test Section 5 on solving quadratic equations using the quadratic formula. All right, so we want to solve each equation using the quadratic formula, and we have negative p squared minus 10p minus 25 equals 0. So again, I want to have this in standard form, which it already is, right? It matches ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. So a here is going to be negative 1, b here is going to be negative 10, and c here is going to be negative 25. So we're going to plug that in for the a, b, and c in the quadratic formula. So again, the quadratic formula, in this case the variable is p, so we'll put p is equal to negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac. This is all over 2a. So I'll have p is equal to, the negative of negative 10 is 10, then plus or minus, we have the square root of b squared. Negative 10 squared is 100, minus 4 times a, which is negative 1, times c, which is negative 25. Okay, then this is all over 2 times a, and a again is negative 1. So this is all going to be over negative 2. Now, negative 4 times negative 1 is 4. 4 times negative 25 is negative 100. 100 minus 100 is 0. So this would be erased because it just basically be square root of 0, which is 0. So I'd basically have 10 over negative 2, which is negative 5. And I taught you in the lesson when this part right here, it's called the discriminant, b squared minus 4ac, when that is 0, you only get one solution. And so that's the solution here, which is, again, p equals negative 5.